Yo, in this video, I want to talk about flag theory. If you've never heard of flag theory, this will be a life-changing video, a life-changing concept for you to understand. And if you've already heard of flag theory, maybe you're like me and you just can't get enough of hearing about it and trying to glean some new ideas and ways to implement it. So what is flag theory? We're going to dive in to the history and some of the flags and how it all kind of works. So flag theory is about diversifying your life across multiple countries. The core idea is simple. By quote unquote planting flags in different jurisdictions around the world, you can gain more freedom, better tax benefits, and protect yourself from risks in any one country. Think of it as a way to geo-hack the system by using the laws and opportunities of different countries to your advantage. Before we dive into the specific flags, let's take a quick look at the history behind flag theory. So this concept was first popularized by Harry D. Schultz, and yeah, that's probably a pseudonym, an American-born financial author and investor in the 1960s and 70s. And by the way, you can Google some of his works. A lot of it is available for free if you know how to get it. And in my Telegram groups, I've shared a lot of the PDFs as well. But Schultz advocated for a lifestyle where individuals could spread their life and assets across multiple countries to gain freedom from any one government's control. Originally, Schultz proposed the idea of the three-flag theory, which consisted of three key pillars: having citizenship in one country, living in another where you're a temporary resident with no taxes, and keeping your money in a third country with financial privacy. Over time, this idea has evolved into what we now know as flag theory. Some people say 5 flags. Some people have even elaborated on that more and created, 7, 8 flags. 5 flags rolls off the tongue. But flag theory is the larger idea and includes the additional flags to cover modern aspects like business incorporation, digital assets, and investments. Schultz's ideas were initially aimed at the super wealthy and expatriates, but in today's interconnected world, flag theory has become more accessible to anyone seeking to optimize their life across borders. It's pretty cool, right? These things that used to only be available to, decamillionaires and up, now even a digital nomad making $100K a year can implement a lot of these concepts. So we're going to go over 6 flags in this video, and no, we're not talking about the theme park, and there are lots of variations out there, but we're going to go through 6 different flags in this video. So the first flag is citizenship. Ideally, you want to acquire citizenship in a country that offers political stability, strong passport benefits, global mobility, and perhaps some tax advantages. Think of this as your quote-unquote insurance policy, a passport and a second passport that gives you options if things go south in your home country. So for example, a second passport from countries like St. Kitts and Nevis or Portugal might offer better travel mobility or expand your overall travel mobility and security more than just relying on one passport. So the first flag is your citizenships. The second flag is residency and having a portfolio of residencies. This means establishing a legal home in a country with low or no income taxes, good living conditions, or both. Many people opt for places like Panama or Mexico, which have friendly tax laws for residents. By choosing your residency carefully, you can minimize your tax burden and enjoy a better lifestyle. For example, residents of Monaco don't pay income taxes at all. The third flag here is business incorporation. This is about setting up your company in a jurisdiction that offers low corporate taxes, fewer regulations, and better privacy. Common countries for incorporation include Estonia, Singapore, or even the Cayman Islands. The goal is to take advantage of favorable business laws. So imagine running an international business where your profits are taxed at a lower rate than they would be in your home country. That's the power of smart business incorporation. And by the way, for a lot of people, what we do is we get them residency in a territorial tax country like, say, Paraguay, and then we set up a U.S. LLC pass-through entity. So the U.S. LLC is kind of that low-hanging fruit of business incorporation. And you can book a call with us. We can get you the U.S. LLC and all these other things. Okay, flag 4 is banking. So you want to have your bank accounts in countries with strong financial systems, strong currencies, as well as privacy protections. This could be Switzerland, Singapore, or even offshore bank accounts in the Caribbean. It's about protecting your assets from unnecessary oversight and gaining access to better financial products and payment processing. For example, Swiss banks were historically known for their confidentiality, but many other countries offer similar benefits with fewer restrictions. And MyLatinLife, we offer tons of different remote bank accounts that you can open in Panama, Cabo Verde, Costa Rica, Uruguay. So check out the services on MyLatinLife.com, and we can open bank accounts for you all around the world with an emphasis on Latin America. Okay, fifth flag is investments. So flag theory encourages you to spread your investments across multiple countries and asset classes to reduce risk. This might include real estate in Europe, stocks in the US, or even gold stored in Asia. Global diversification is key here. So for example, you could own property in Costa Rica or Thailand, and it could be more than a vacation home. You could rent it out. And this is a way to spread your financial risk across borders and to spread your asset portfolio across different jurisdictions. Because if you had all your investments in your home country, these things could be seized, either due to divorce or a lawsuit or anything like that. But when you have your assets in a different jurisdiction, then it makes it much more difficult to be seized, and it creates a level of asset protection as well as, of course, diversification, even beyond asset protection. Now, flag 6 is digital assets. Yes, that means crypto. In today's world, digital presence is essential. This flag represents not only crypto actually, but also where you host your websites, your email servers, and other online assets. By hosting in countries with strong data protection laws, you can ensure better privacy and security. So for example, countries like Iceland or the Netherlands are known for their strong privacy laws when it comes to hosting digital services. Cool. So those are 6 common flags. I'm sure other people would have more. If you want to add some suggestions here, you can leave a comment below this video. I would love to hear everybody's input. But kind of thinking about the bigger picture, why is flag theory important? Why does this all matter? Well, if all your assets, your businesses, your personal life are tied to one country, you're very vulnerable to that country's laws, politics, and financial regulations. So what you can do is, by spreading your life across multiple jurisdictions, you reduce your exposure to risk and increase your freedom. So for example, if your home country suddenly changes the tax laws or imposes capital controls or restricts travel, you'll have backup options thanks to the flags that you've planted elsewhere. And I think, in the post-2020 world, people kind of woke up to how important this was. I think maybe prior to 2020, a lot of this stuff would fall on deaf ears, whether it was asset protection or multiple passports. Like if you talk to someone in 2018 and said, yo, you should get a second passport, they're like, what's the point? I got my Canadian passport, I got my UK, I got my US, I'm good. Why would I need a second passport, but I think now people are really starting to get it. And I think any student of history realizes this. And we've kind of been in this period of complacency in the West because things have been going pretty well in the US for, the last 50, 60 years. But if you look at history, like things change and things can change fast. And you can look at a long history of capital controls and asset seizures and all the rest of it. And just to think that it's never going to happen in your lifetime or in your kid's lifetime is a little bit foolish to put all your eggs in one basket. Maybe you don't need to put 50% of your assets overseas or whatever, but, even just having a small amount of assets overseas, I think it's something that your future self will thank you for. And it's not just assets, right? We talked about passports, residencies, having a plan B. And at MyLatinLife, we help with all these things. We help people get residencies as a plan B. And so dozens of our clients have gotten permanent residency in places like Mexico, Panama, Paraguay. And these permanent residencies never expire. And you'll have it for life. So why not get it now? Well, it's easy. Get permanent residency or a second passport for your whole family, because in the future, it's going to be more difficult, and it's going to be one of those things where by the time you need it, it's too late. So you might be wondering, how do you even get started with flag theory? Well, the first step is to analyze your current situation. Do you already have multiple citizenships or residencies, or do you only have one? Are your investments globally diversified, or are you 100% in one currency? Where are your businesses incorporated? And then from there, you can start taking steps to plant more flags. You don't have to do it all at once, obviously. Start slow. Maybe you start by getting a second residency in a low-tax country, or you set up an offshore bank account for asset protection. The beauty of flag theory is that it's completely customizable based on your goals and needs. So reach out to MyLatinLife. You can book a call in the description, and we can help assess your current situation and make some recommendations for some low-hanging fruit in terms of diversifying internationally. So there you have it. Flag theory is an incredibly powerful strategy to achieve greater personal freedom, protect your wealth, and increase your mobility in today's globalized world. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, or just someone looking for more options, planting a few flags around the world can give you the peace of mind and flexibility that many people dream of. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any new content. We launch a new video literally every day, new podcast episodes twice a week. So let me know in the comments, what flag are you most interested in planting? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.